Wealth is not dollars. Wealth is gold.
What's up, guys? Mind 2K Essence real quick. Quick, fast. Baby, please. I have 2 inventories left, and then I could sell off my Essence. And probably going to... I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Still on the journey to 100,000 Rune Essence. If you guys remember, like many months ago, I set a goal, like 2 or 3 months ago, I set a goal of mining 100,000 Rune Essence. Slowly but surely, that money has been piling up, and it's really, really, really nice. And yeah, I guess the only thing is you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful because Robin Hood hat, is pretty much next on my agenda of things that I want to purchase. It just seems like such a long ways away, man. And I pretty much refuse to sell anything in my bank. Everything that's currently in my bank is gonna stay in my fucking bank. Only when I get shit like as drops will I ever get like, well, probably not Dragon Chain Body, but Dragon Medium Helmet. Yeah, Dragon Medium Helmet. And get that as an actual drop. And of course, I'm 1 essence off of the 2,000 essence, but that's cool. Okay. I have like some buyers for essence already. He's probably going to be in World in Edge. I always use low detail. People get it twisted. Bro, you got to use low detail, bro, because it hides all the roofs. Yeah, you want to use high detail, right? Because you want the best graphics experience. We all dreamed, like my family, we weren't poor or anything, but we didn't have like the big like $5,000 computer. We had like the standard like every man's $2,000 chunky computer. I believe it was a Windows 98 was the first computer that we had. But it was brand new, I have no delusions or fake stories about how I started from the bottom and we was on welfare. Yeah, well, my mother was getting like government cheese. And government cheese at the time was literally fucking cheese. Not money. No, not money. Fucking cheese. Like actual cheese. Like that you put on a sandwich. Gonna grab my bow. Let's see if anyone's buying dragon bones. I might sell 400 dragon bones real quick. There we go with 1,000,000 GP onto the account. Okay. The bank account though is looking pretty beefy. Let's see. Markets. Gonna gear up for some blue dragons. Let's see. Hopefully he's not charging anything fucking ridiculous. Oh, he has 48. 48 ranging potions. Alright. So, show you guys something. Alright, so going to slap the rune pickaxe in the bank, and then we're going to the watchtower. Is never lose bro needs money apparently, so we're gonna hook brother up with bro up with what he's asking for. Okay. I'm not quite sure if that those anti-fire potions will ever come in handy. But okay, now let's see. Let's go up to Thrones. I believe that's right. Okay. So now we've topped up on Eddie Arrow. So let's go. Let's go to Watchtower. Alright, so roughly about 10,000 Eddie Arrows on the 12,000, Eddie Arrows on the account right now. At some point tonight, I would like to get a couple thieving levels. And thieving is just such a dastardly skill, man. If you don't have the fortitude to like sit there and like click away on the Artie Knight for like hours and just that is like the most worst fucking shit. Thieving is the worst fucking skill. Agility is better than thieving on this game. At least agility gives you like... Thieving is like the fucking worst. Alright, so pretty much I'm just gonna like blow through this stack of Eddie arrows, and we're gonna see like how many blue dragons we can kill with this 10,000 arrows. Okay. Of course, as I've said probably 100 times, well, I've said it once or twice, maybe 3 or 4 times. All the Arabs always say like, "Oh, I told you 1,000 times." They could tell you once, and then if they have to repeat themselves, they say, "Brother, I told you 1,000 times." Bro, I told you 1,000 times, bro. It's great. It's great. But yeah. Okay, but okay, so we really have 61 range, but really it's like we have 70 range thanks to this wonderful ranging potion. I'm not quite sure why people use like magic longbows or magic short bows over magic longbows. I would only could only imagine that magic longbows would probably be like a little bit better. At least like a little bit better, right? I don't know. Am I tripping, or does usually like a higher fletching level requirement mean like a better bow? Like when I first started playing the game, I always used long bows, and everyone basically uses like short bows. Has become like the meta, but has anyone actually tested to see, like for 1,000% certainty, what is better? I don't know, man. Something's a little bit suspicious about that. You guys know that most people who make RuneScape videos are probably spread a lot of like, there's probably a lot of misinformation out there about the best ways to play the game and stuff. You know, there's probably a lot of that out there. A lot of misinformation. Like for me personally, yeah, I don't tell like my some of my better secrets are actually like not for the public domain, but more like realistically, like I can talk about most of the shit, you know. I can like talk about like most of my methods and how to make money on the game and how to like there's like some spots though, like my favorite like most secretive training locations on the game, like I just will never talk about in a video, at least not right now, because um well, you can't talk about every fucking thing. Like these little like nougats of business wisdom that I give out on the internet. Imagine if you had like 5,000 of those little nuggets of business wisdom, and how confident would you feel walking into a career? Well, you know, if you follow my page, eventually you'll hear all about those little nuggets of business wisdom. Like how sacrifice plays like an important part in business. How like sitting here watching my RuneScape video, or for me sitting here like playing RuneScape, is not gonna put bread on the fucking table, and I realize that it's just I'm taking an intentional break from my business. So that's what people need to understand. It's a very intentional break. I would never prioritize video games over my real life. At least not ever again. Something good to do when you're like a teenager. It keeps you out of the streets. You know, it kept me safe, kept me out of the streets, you know, kept me away from whatever the fuck I was doing during the week. I would go over my grandparents' house on the weekend and play RuneScape. And to a normal, like, person who is pretty much family doesn't really care that much about them. You know, it looks a little bit weird. But for me and how we care for each other in my family, it didn't occur to me till many years later that they were doing me such a favor. They were keeping me out of the fucking streets and doing bad shit because they knew that that's what I was doing during the week. Because I got caught with weed at school, they knew that I was kind of living the street life, which is not as glamorous as it really sounds. I was kind of like a thuggy kind of kid, you know. Um, Selling drugs, being involved in gangs, you know. And RuneScape was like a healthy alternative, a more healthy alternative than to be involved like with whatever the fuck was going on in my life during the week. So I was really like the type of kid where if you fuck with me, I'll just kill your whole family. That's the kind of person I was. It was like I was the kid where people didn't want this smoke, you know. No, I guess no one really wanted to fuck with me. And it still is like kind of like, even to this day, if you don't respect me, you're simply incorrect. If you don't respect me, is the first step in having something bad happen to you. That's the kind of fucking guy I am. Like, I came up in a world where if you had friends, that made you powerful. But I didn't have no fucking friends. So I had to learn how to be fucking bigger, better, faster, stronger, better than everyone else, despite the fact of the world is a mean and nasty place. I figured that out all by myself. The world is a mean and nasty place, and back in my day, you either like find a way to like enter cahoots with the fucking mafia, or like you're just lunch meat, you know. Is like fucking yeah, I mean, and some people still live in that fucking world. But you see, there's two types of people. You know, I loved it, bro. I started a gang. I like was in sports. I had friends from sports. You know, I had a family. Fucking when I went to college, I had a fraternity. My grandfather was a member of the union. You know, uh, and it's like I loved it though. You know, because even to this day, if I see a little piece of scummy shit walking around in society, I just think like, oh my fucking god, if this motherfucker would only just put his hands on me for just 1 second, I will fucking gouge his fucking eyeballs out. He will not know the difference between piss and fucking water. They will be feeding him shit for the rest of his life because, you know, it's the way it fucking goes, you know. I mean, you gotta maintain in America in 2025. If something happens to me, something's gonna happen to you. Something really bad is gonna happen to you. I don't bother anybody. I think, you know, I'm a great role model in that sense. A great way to get by in the world is don't fucking go around bothering people. You know, uh, it's a great way to get by in the world. But people are gonna want to bother you and shit. It's like, well, then fucking try me. You know, it's like, well, fucking try me. Fucking put your hands on me. We'll see what happens. You know, I'll kill your whole family. You know, you're 6 feet tall, 270 pounds. former military aspiring police officer. I'll fucking kill you, bitch. You know. And that's not me being cocky. That's just saying, if you put your fucking hands on me, I'm gonna, I'm gonna hurt you bad. You know. Is like I have I have that aspect inside of me where if you hurt me, I will kill your whole family. And I do not care about the consequences. If you hurt me, I will kill your whole family. I will send you all to fucking hell. Nope, don't like terrorists. Don't like communists. I don't like, I'm a member of the Republican Party. If we must discuss politics, the Democratic Party is for the working class, and the Republican Party is for the ruling class. I am a proud Republican, and kind of like climbing my way up the ladder and becoming, a better leader every single day. I will say that, yeah, I'm me, and being like the owner of a business basically means like, yeah, I have a lot to live for on the streets, I have a lot to live for on the streets, but I'm still not like scared to go to prison, you know. I'll be a fucking king in prison, you know. I'm not like precisely like scared to go to prison, and quite frankly, do you have Rune S? I sure do not, Luke. I just sold my only 2,000 essence. Holy fucking shit, Luke Duke. Yes, I am still mining 1,000,000 rune essence. I'm working on that. So, yes, I had like some very epic like nougatey like fettuccine alfredo today. It has like probably like 8 ounces of chicken and maybe like 70 grams of carbs worth of pasta. All right, so yeah, okay. Drop the Marintil, pick up the Guam. Okay. All right. So pretty much, god damn it. I mean, I just like someone left their dinner meal on the table, and I figure they probably don't want it, so I ate it because they left it on the table, right? I don't know. They apparently didn't want it. That was about as far as I thought it through, and hopefully they're not mad. But apparently they didn't want it, so I picked it up because I was a little bit hungry. I've been working out pretty hard recently, and okay, now let's alch these rune daggers real quick. Oh, dude's name is Buddha. That's pretty cool. All right. Now let's do it again. Let's go back. Let's see. The homie Luke Duke though needs rune essence, so we're gonna chug one of these energy potions. Bam, 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 bam. All right. Keep that. And then we just need to equip our rune pickaxe. Rune pickaxe, rune pickaxe, rune pickaxe, rune pickaxe. So let's fucking go. Now, for the homie Luke, we are slicing up some rune essence. What the fuck is that hat? Is that a cavalier? Pirate's hat. It's pretty cool. Piratey, nougatey hat. They're after me nougats.